G'day guys, today I'm going to show you how to mount your scope onto your rifle so that it fits you and so that the crosshairs are level with the scope. Now you want to do this so that way if you go to raise the horizontal crosshair, it doesn't kick out to the left or out to the right. Now this is very important as any small variation here is going to be magnified at range. It's the same concept with a Timber 22 or a high-powered rifle. First things first, you want to make sure that your rifle is safe. With this being a Ruger Timber 22, I can't remove the bolt, so I've got the flag in there to demonstrate that the chamber is empty. Right, mount the rings onto the bases. I know that I'm going to want the scope quite a wee way forward, so I've mounted these rings here as far on the bases, as far forward on the bases as I can go. You mount them where it suits you, or where you think it might be. If you're unsure, just mount them in the middle. Right, I've also loosened the top part of the rings so that way the scope moves in there like so. Once you've done that, put the scope on full power if it is a very power, take it out of the vise, shut your eyes and lift your scope up to its natural position, then open your eyes. Then move the scope back and forward in the ring so that way you see the full optical and no black around the outside. And for me, that's it there. Once you've done that, put it back in the vise, grab a wee pencil and put a wee mark on the scope where that position was because we're going to put it back there. Alright, now remove the top part of the rings because we've found the position where the scope's going to sit. Now we're going to work on making sure it's level. Remove the rings and remove the scope. Now get your level and place it on the bottom part of the rings like so. And then adjust the rifle in the vise so that way it's sitting square. And that's looking pretty good right there. Now, once you've done that, be real gentle with the rifle and don't bump it because we know that that's square. Grab your scope, put it back in the rings and line up the mark where you had it before. And then start screwing down the top part of the rings. Now, if your rings have got 4 grub screws per ring, do them in a crisscross pattern. This one here has only got 2, one on either side. So alternate what side goes down. Don't over tighten one side so it opens up the other. Alternate them so it goes down nice and level. Like so. Don't over tighten them, we're just putting it in position. Once we've done that, still being gentle not to bump the rifle because we know that that's level, we're going to remove the top scope cap because what we're wanting is a bigger level surface to put the bigger flat surface to put the level on. Throw the level on there and now we're going to rotate the scope in the rings to make sure it's level. That's looking pretty good right there. Again, being gentle not to bump the scope. Tighten it down. Again, alternating sides and alternating like so. Once it's starting to grip, you can start putting a bit more pressure on it. Right. I've got a torque wrench that I'm going to use. It's about 18 to 20 pounds per square inch on each grub screw. That's pretty much about that much. Don't gorilla tighten them. You'll just strip the threads in them. They're not very big grub screws. If you want to know your own for what brand rings that you've got, just Google them up. But it's normally not too much more than 18 to 20 pounds per square inch. And again, I'm just going to keep going until that clicks. Alternating sides, like so. Perfect. Replace the scope cap. And now she's good to go side in.